Exactly. Good morning, dear members in the United Kingdom and Sweden. I am Joseph, and I will be the master of, probably not disaster, but master of ceremony for this evening. Today is 16th of June, 7:30 Swedish time, and if I'm not mistaken, 6:30 UK time, and the India time is now, Dr. Parwana will help me, it's something like 11 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is 11 o'clock in India in the evening, or in
11 o'clock
in the night. 11, very good. Welcome to Make Food Your Medicine series 2, which series was launched last month, and we are going to continue it not only this month but also next month with very precious presenters. But before I introduce the first presenter of our today's webinar, let me raise your attention about our quiz, which quiz about the option, the possibility to give you to win some, oops, why it is not, okay. Give you two precious prizes. So I will have two questions. I will expect two quick answers, and the fastest answers will be rewarded by two prizes, which are the Ganoderma mushroom for the first question, and for the second fastest, for the second question is the Zimoka. So please listen carefully the next presentation, because you can be one of the lucky guy or lady who might get these two nice DXN products. So now I would like to, yes, I would like to introduce our first precious guest, who is Dr. J.S. Parwana from India. He's graduated in medicine in 1974 from Armed Forces Medical College. Medical officer. He was medical officer in Punjab for 6 years. Then he was even an emergency medical officer in Ministry of Health in Libya. By the way, Dr. Parwana, I forgot to ask you whether you met Muammar al-Gaddafi.
No, never Libyan, met. Never met him personally.
Lucky, lucky you. Yeah. Because he was a pretty dangerous guy. But Dr. Parwana, not only a professional doctor in medicine, but also a very successful networker, because he is a Crohn ambassador. And by the way, in his spare time, he's a professional photographer, graduated in New York. So I'm really proud of him. And before this session, I asked him, and I don't know whether he promised or not, but next time he will have not the baseball cap, but the turban, because Dr. Parwana is from Punjab, and you know, in Punjab, the Sikh people usually wear a turban. So I'm super.
Many years I haven't worn the turban.
Yeah, very good. I'm super excited about his presentation. I've already listened to him several times, and what I realized is that Dr. Parwana is one of the most understandable doctor who can speak about the human body, about the medicines, healings, about this topic in a very simple, understandable words. But at the same time, you can feel that he has a very, very deep knowledge. I really appreciate that Dr. Parwana is ready to share his knowledge with us, even at this very, very late time in India. I tried to make you a presenter, Dr. Parwana. Make a presenter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. We can see the screen. Begin the slide. Very good. Thank you very much. Mr. Parwana, it is your turn. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Joseph. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. You must be surprised that it is 11 o'clock here in India and nearly, I think, 7 o'clock, maybe 6:30 in UK and about 8 o'clock in Sweden. And I'm saying good morning. In DXN, this Malaysian company, which is making some wonderful health products for the human race, it's always morning. It's never afternoon, it's never evening, it's never night, because these products keep everybody always alert and active throughout the day and night, 24 hours. So in DXN, it is always good morning. What I'm going to talk about today is human body, the best doctor. You may be surprised by this thing, or why I'm talking this. I'll tell you in simple ways. If a person falls sick because of any problem, one goes to the doctor. Doctor prescribes certain medicines. The patient takes medicine for a few days, becomes all right. But the same problem may come again after a couple of days or a couple of weeks, because the root cause remains there. In more simpler way, I'll give you an example of an injury. If a person gets an injury, some wound, cut wound, he or she goes to the doctor. What the doctor does is, this is the wound. What the doctor does is stitches the wound with the needle and the thread. The wound is closed, stitched like this, and then bandage is done, dressing is done, and the doctor tells to the patient, come back after about 8 days or 10 days, we'll open these stitches, we'll remove these stitches. Now if that doctor who is putting these stitches, if he's the best doctor and he's the one who's treating this, why one has to wait for 8 or 10 days? Because the body takes that much time to heal this wound, What the doctor has done is, these edges which are separate like this, what he does is, by stitches, he brings them together so that the doctor within us can heal. And after 8 days or 10 days, when the bandage is removed, the wound is healed, completely healed. Now you think within yourself, you think, who has healed this wound? Is the doctor who has applied the stitches or the body? I'm sure you will agree, is the body that has healed it. The doctor what has done is, he has helped the body inside to heal this. Supposing the doctor doesn't apply the stitches, doesn't this wound heal? It still heals, but it leaves a big scar. That's the only difference. The wound still heals because the doctor inside has got the capability to heal this wound, but when there's this opening like this, to heal it, it takes a longer time, and when it is healed, it leaves a big scar. So the doctor outside, what he has done is, brought these edges together so that doctor within the body can cure it, heal it, and regenerate the cells of this skin and unite it. How the healing process takes place? Let me tell you in simple photographs. This is the wound. This is the wound, is the cut. When the cut takes place, there's a lot of bleeding, a lot of blood occurs here. Through the blood, there are certain cells which are called platelets. They come here at the site of the wound. Then so many white blood cells and growth factors, they come here and they start uniting this cut. Then the skin starts growing from both sides, blood cells and the collagens, and finally the wound is healed and this cut portion is completely healed, or it is filled up. Who has done it? The doctor who's applied the stitches, or the doctor sitting inside? Is the doctor sitting inside. He has done that. Now I'll take an example, another example of fractures of the bones. When a person gets an injury because of a fall or something, the bones are broken. It is called fractures. What the doctor, orthopedic doctor or the bone specialist, what he does is he brings these two pieces together either by surgically or by pulling them, whichever way it is. If it is a simple fracture, one bone, then maybe without surgery can be done. But if more these two bones are there, or these are of the forearm, and they are displaced, in that case, some surgery has also been performed. Some metallic plates are to be applied, whatever it is. After applying those plates or bringing those cut edges together in front of each other, the plaster cast is applied. And then the doctor tells the patient, come back after 6 weeks. We will remove this plaster. After 6 weeks, when the person comes, the plaster is removed, X-ray is done, and it is seen that the bone has healed. This gap has been filled. Who has filled it? The orthopedic specialist or the doctor inside? The doctor inside. I'll tell you the process of bone healing. This is the bone which is cut. There's a gap. When this gap occurs, a lot of blood comes here, and it is something called hematoma. A blood clot is formed. Then certain cells of the body, they come here and they start forming the bone. And then gradually the bone starts getting formed and becoming firm. And finally, this becomes a complete 1 unit of bone. From a cut bone, 1 unit of bone. Who has done it? The body inside. So this is why I call it human body is the best doctor in the world. The human body is the best doctor because of the body's natural defense system which nature has provided. It is called immune system. The ability to fight diseases. This immune system remains strong enough if we provide nutritious food to our body, we have proper sleeping habits, we provide proper rest to the body, and we do some proper exercise for proper blood circulation and proper breathing, and to give enough oxygen and blood to the body cells. Let me start from the beginning of the human body. Human body starts with something which is called cells, the building blocks. Many cells come together to form something which is called tissues. Many tissues come together to form what is called organs like stomach, heart, lungs, kidneys, liver, etc. Many organs, they come together to form different systems like cardiovascular system, respiratory system, digestive system, and all these systems come together, they make the human body. The various systems of the human body are nervous system, circulatory system, digestive system, endocrine system, exocrine system, muscular system, urinary system, skeletal system, reproductive system, and the most important of all, immune system. Human body has been compared to a machine, and undoubtedly it is the best machine in the world. I'll give you an example. I'll show you how this machine works. This is the brain, which has got many compartments. Many compartments. Eye, thinking, electrical department, IT department, storage department, different compartments. They work in complete harmony with each other. Then these are lungs. This is the right lung. This is the left lung. This is the heart. Right portion of the heart, left portion of the heart. This red means the pure blood and blue means impure blood. For proper functioning of all the body organs, we need good food, as I mentioned before, nutritious food. When one eats food, digestion starts in the mouth, saliva and some juices. Then it goes to the stomach and some more juices, they come into it. Digestion further takes place. This digested food, then it is sent to the intestine. First the large intestine, then the small intestine. More juices are combined, and after this passage through the intestine, the useful components of the food, they are sent to the liver for processing, and the waste is disposed of. Then the liver does its job on the food metabolism. It separates fats, vitamin, mineral, carbohydrates, and sends them to for proper usage to different parts of the body and the cells. This human body, on an average, lives for about 72 years. There is no machine in the world that can work non-stop for 70 odd years. But this human body, marvelous creation of nature, it can work non-stop for 72 years. But there's no doubt and there's no denial in saying that it does need some servicing. We have to provide it. The different portions of the immune system, which is the world's best doctor, they are biointelligence, phagocytosis, and chemotaxis. What is biointelligence? Biointelligence means whenever any microbes or any toxins enter our body through food, air, or water, this system, biointelligence, it recognizes the toxins or the microbes. Then phagocytosis, what it does is it engulfs or swallows those toxins or microbes. And finally, through chemotaxis, they are broken down into harmless chemicals in the body. Causes of disease, various causes of disease. Diseases occur if the immune system goes bad, it goes weak. As I told you earlier, immune system remains strong if we nurture our bodies with judicious and nutritious eating habits, sleeping habits, and proper exercise. But unfortunately, what is happening is, due to the modern lifestyle, our immune system has over the years been gradually and constantly deteriorating. There are various factors, but the most important is the environment and the toxins which are loaded into it. And these are affecting our health through the food, water, and the air by playing havoc with our immune system, the natural healer, making the doctor within sick. When a person falls sick, one goes to a doctor, as I mentioned earlier, and doctor, what they do is they have to prescribe medicine. That's their job, to diagnose the problem, to diagnose the disease, and prescribe appropriate medicine. But those medicines are disease specific. If a doctor prescribes medicine, this is for diarrhea, or this is for hepatitis, or this is for kidney disease, or this is for asthma, for different diseases, there are different medicines. And most of the medicines, they are not curative. They don't work at the root cause of the disease. They are mainly symptomatic. For example, if a person is suffering from bronchial asthma, what this medicine does is it opens up the respiratory passages so that one can breathe easily. And when one breathes easily, the person thinks that he's become okay. But after some time, again the problem of attack of asthma comes, again medicine has to be given. So they are mainly symptomatic. They don't remove the root cause of the disease. The root cause remains there. So one has to keep on using medicine almost for as long as one lives. There is no denial in saying it is accepted the world over, and all the literature of all medicines, if you read the pamphlet, so many side effects are mentioned that such and such medicine is going to have such and such side effects. They have many side effects, but still people take because of their good effects. Sometimes many combination of drugs have to be given, and in certain circumstances, those combinations may have some interaction amongst themselves, and which may be harmful to the proper functioning of the cells or the organs. When too much of medication is given for too long a time, it damages the natural doctor, it damages the immune system, which in the process finds itself unable to deal with the diseases or keep the body in complete health. This is Dr. Alan Greenberg, MD. He is an allopathic doctor. But what he says here is, as a retired physician, when he got retired, then he says, I can honestly say that unless you are in a serious accident, your best chance of living to a ripe old age is to avoid doctors and hospitals. If you have some accident, you have to go to the hospital. There is no other cause, because in cases of accidental injury, nothing else can help you except the modern medicine and the doctors. But in other chronic diseases, the best chances of living to a ripe old age is to avoid doctors and hospitals and learn nutrition, herbal medicine, and other forms of natural medicine, unless you're fortunate enough to have a naturopathic physician available. Almost all drugs are toxic, and they are designed, listen to this, they are designed not only to treat symptoms and not to cure anyone. I'm not saying this gentleman, Dr. Alan Greenberg, MD, medicine, after his retirement, then he says this. Aldous Huxley is a very famous author. He's written hundreds of books. What he says about modern medicine? Medical science has made such a tremendous progress that there is hardly a healthy human left. Too much of medication, side effects of medicine, they have made almost everybody sick. Not a healthy, there's hardly a healthy human left. I'm not saying this, Aldous Huxley says. In today's times, health has become a rare thing. Medical science, though it has become very advanced, but it is still finding itself difficult to cope with the ever-increasing diseases and disorders. The more advances are occurring, the more diseases and disorders are appearing. So in such a scenario, the world is looking up to the alternative system of medicine and holistic and integrated approach to tackle the ever-increasing health problems and ailments. What does it mean? What does it mean by alternative system medicine? Means traditional system medicine beyond the modern medicine, beyond the recognized modern medicine. And holistic approach means not treating the heart or the stomach or the kidney or the liver or the lungs, treating the body on the whole, as a whole unit, treating the body so that all these organs can work in complete harmony. Integrated approach means combining modern medicine with traditional medicine, with age-old known herbs. To achieve this goal, more and more importance is being given to the naturally growing herb, and a lot of research has been going on since decades to unfold the mysterious healing potential of the naturally occurring, naturally growing herbs. Hippocrates was the father of modern medicine, but he had said, though he is the father of modern medicine, he discovered modern medicine, invented modern medicine, or brought modern medicine to the world, but he says that those modern medicine is not going to heal the diseases. It is the natural forces within us which are the true healers of the disease. Even at that time, despite talking of modern medicine, he gave stress to the natural forces within us. Medicinal herbs in nature, almost all kinds of diseases, they are treatable with some kind of naturally occurring herbs. The real need is to know and understand them. I'll tell you one example. In the jungles, in the forest, animals live. They also have kidneys, they also have heart, they also have stomach, they also liver, they also have lungs. They also get diseases, though the chances are less because they are living in more or less a pollution-free environment. The chances of their getting diseases is less, but they do get diseases. But when they get diseases, they don't go to any hospital. They consume some kind of herb. They find some kind of herb and eat it and become all right. Who taught them these herbs? What herb to take at what time? In what problem? If they have got stomach pain, tummy ache, what herb to take? Who's taught them? Nature. If they get cough or pain in the throat, what herb to take? Who's taught them? It's nature. But unfortunately, man is going away from nature, and the consequences everybody is seeing these days. Phytotherapy is a term. It means use of plants and plant extracts for medicinal purpose. It is regarded by some as the traditional or alternative medicine. Hippocrates had also said, let food be your medicine. And he said, one can prevent many health disorders by including medicinal herbs in the daily food consumption. There was some famous quote which I read sometimes. He says, let food be your medicine. Otherwise, in the coming time, you will have to take medicine as your food. It is a quotation by somebody, I don't know who had said that. Thomas Edison, a renowned scientist, he had said, doctor of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent this with nutrition. So a lot of stress has been laid for the last hundreds of years on nutrition, on good food, but the modern society is not giving the proper thought to it which should have been given. Mushrooms are supposed to be power-packed foods, and they have been valued as highly tasty and nutritious food by many societies throughout the world and almost all the countries of the world. China has gives a lot of stress to mushroom as food as well as medicine. They are considered as a good source of proteins, carbohydrates, fiber, minerals, vitamins, all main classes of lipid compounds. There are endless varieties of mushroom. Nearly 38,000 varieties of mushroom are known to the mankind. But amongst the highly regarded medicinal mushroom, which have a lot of research has been done on them, and they have attracted the attention of scientists globally, and trials have been conducted, clinical trials have been conducted to them in some renowned institutes of the world. I have a lot of literature on them. For their research has been done and clinical trials have been done for their medicinal potential. The most potent medicinal mushrooms are actually this. Ganoderma lucidum, also known as lingzi. This is Ganoderma lucidum. Cordyceps sinensis, it is also known as a caterpillar fungus. Hericium erinaceus it is also known as lion's mane. Graphola frondosa, it is also known as hen of the woods. Trametis versicolor, also known as Coriolus versicolor or by turkey tail as its common name. And Lentinora adores shiitake. And all these 6 mushrooms, they have tremendous medicinal value. Lot of literature is available. You can read it on the Google, and a lot of research has been done on them. Amongst them, all these 6, the king of herbs is Ganoderma lucidum. This red mushroom is associated with the ancient goddess Reshi Senshi, who was a deity of health, life, and eternal youth. Soup of the emperor with 1,000 mistresses. These are in the Chinese literature. It is also called divine herb that energizes the chi or life force. In Japan, it is known as Reshi. In China, it is known as Lingzi. In Japanese language, Reshi means goddess of divinity, and in Chinese language, Lingzi means goddess of spirituality. So this mushroom Ganoderma is supposed to be having some spiritual power in it. In China and in some countries, people really praise it and they meditate on it. In China, recorded literature is available for nearly 5,000 years. And in those literatures, it is mentioned as a mushroom of longevity and immortality. There has been a person in China known as Shen Nong. He had written a book, Shenno Honzokyo. In that book, this mushroom was mentioned as a mushroom of longevity and immortality. In the 1950s, that book, Shenno Honzokyo, was translated in many languages around the world. Its English translation is Shen Nong's Herbal Classic. And when the scientists came to know about this mushroom as a mushroom of longevity and immortality, lot of research started all over the world. Ganoderma lucidum is one of the most valued plants in Chinese pharmacopoeia. It has been used over thousands of years as a miraculous remedy for lot many diseases. They have found that it contains a lot of activity for immunoglobulins and to enhance the immune system. In short, you won't understand these medical terms, so I'm not talking about that. Many decades of scientific research have shown that Ganoderma has more than 400 active medicinal constituents. Ganoderma does not work on any specific disease, like it does not work on diabetes, or it does not work on hypertension or thyroid problem, hypothyroid or hyperthyroid. It works on the cells, the root cause of almost all the diseases. And its actions are these. First, it identifies the cells which are damaged. Why the cells are damaged? Because of accumulation of toxins in them, and as a result, imbalance of the bioelectric and biochemical function of the cells. Second effect is it detoxifies the cells, removes the toxin from the cells, and through our naturally excretory means, it removes the toxin from the body. Whenever a person starts using Ganoderma products, generally, some people get loose motion for 1 or 2 days, some get increased urination, some get increased sweating. That is a part of detoxification, removing of the toxin from the body. After that, third function is regulation, normalization of the bioelectric and biochemical function of the cells. When these 3 things happen, damaged cells are identified, toxins are removed, their biochemical, bioelectric function is regulated. Now that cell becomes a healthy cell. And then the cells start repairing themselves, building or reconstruction, and finally regeneration. In every person suffering from any health disorder, Ganoderma has only these 5 actions. And the total period taken for these 5 actions is 1 year to 3 years. And when these 5 actions are completed, whatever disease or disorder is there in the body, it becomes all right. From research it has been found that these are the fighter cells of the body, so many fighter cells, that Ganoderma works on them. It empowers these fighter cells to take care of all the toxins and microbes. Most important to all this is the biointelligence. Human body, it harbors thousands of varieties of friendly microbes which are necessary for the proper functioning of the body systems. At the same time, our bodies are invaded by thousands of species of harmful bacteria and viruses every day. It is the biointelligence which recognizes the friendly and the enemy microbe. It finds the difference between the two. Once our bodies are invaded by any microbe, the biointelligence remembers it forever. And in future, whenever the same microbe invades the body, biointelligence identifies it and it tells the T cell, macrophage, beta cell to engulf or swallow those microbes. And after swallowing or engulfing them, there are natural killer cells which break down the engulfed abnormal material into harmless chemicals. This process is known as chemotaxis, as I told you before. Now these broken down chemicals are a waste in the cells. They have no role to be in the cells. So they are discarded from the body. When they are discarded from the body, certain symptoms appear which are known as ailment reflection. Whenever a person starts using this Ganoderma, such symptoms appear and many people get disturbed or they start getting worried when they get some symptoms. They think that it has caused some reaction or some bad effect. So I'll tell you what ailment reflexes are. You must understand them, that they are a positive thing. They are not bad thing. They are a part of the healing. First, identification of toxin takes place. It means the immune system has started working. Then the toxins are ejected from the body, and this leads to the symptoms which are known as ailment reflections. An ailment reflection is a positive reaction of the body to its own health problem or disease. It's a part of the healing process. It is not a side effect. It is not a bad effect. It is part of the healing process that happens when a person starts consuming any natural food supplement. It can occur with any natural food supplement, but with the products like Ganoderma, it definitely happens, and it happens to a little severity, so one has to understand. These symptoms are also known as opposition effects or recovery symptoms. Means the body is recovering its lost health. In some naturopathy literature, these symptoms are also known as healing crisis before the healing takes place. So when one knows it, that healing is going to come after this, then one does not worry about this crisis, and then one bears it and lets this stage pass. These infections appear when the body is discharging toxins accumulated in the body, and these are temporary symptoms, and their average period is 1 to 3 weeks. When these ailment reflections appear, if they become troublesome for somebody, they can take some temporary medicine, symptomatic medicine to take care of that problem. I'll give you some examples of ailment reflection. Reddish eye, maybe one or both. This generally happens when liver is damaged. When Ganoderma works on the liver, detox of the liver takes place, then this happens. Eyesight, waste disposal from the eyes, all these, they are associated with problems of the liver. When the liver is damaged, some problem of the liver, when one start using Ganoderma, some symptom of the eye take place, occur. Running nose, sneezing, coughs, dry throat, sore throat, tongue, mouth tissue or gum. These happen if a person is suffering from some allergic disorder. Mouth tissue or gum with ulcer. Ulcers in the mouth, they occur with Ganoderma if a person is having too much of acidity in the body. Bad breath, blocked ear. Blocked ear occur if the kidney is damaged, when Ganoderma is working on the kidneys. Foul sweat, rashes and boils. Rashes, boils, itchy skin with rashes, they generally occur with those people who have taken a lot of allopathic medicine for some problem. Numbness of the hand or feet, painful soles, heels, pain, dizziness at the front or back of the head, vomit, chalky or oily urination at frequent intervals, diarrhea or constipation. All these are positive symptoms, and their average period is like symptoms like diarrhea or constipation, their average period is 2 to 5 days. But other things, reddish eye and running nose, their average period is 1 to 3 weeks. When all these 5 actions of Ganoderma on the damage are completed, the dormant immune system or the sleeping doctor wakes up. He becomes active, effective, and the human body becomes the best doctor again. And that doctor takes care of all the diseases, health disorder in the body. Ganoderma does not cure any disease or health disorder directly. It wakes up the sleeping doctor. And when the sleeping doctor becomes alive or wakes up, the body becomes the best doctor again. And the body becomes a fighter to fight all the problems which damage the body. As far as my personal experience is concerned, I've been involved with such products, Ganoderma and the other DXN products, since 18 years. How I got interested in DXN? In the mid-90s, maybe in 95, 96, I got a problem which is called rheumatoid arthritis, joint pains. I knew in allopathy there's no solution for that. I used some homeopathy medicine for about 2 years. I used some Ayurvedic medicine for 2.5 years. I used some Tibetan medicine for nearly 1 year, but nothing helped me. My fingers started becoming deformed. Deformity started occurring. And at that time, I suffered from a heart attack also. And my cardiologist, he had said at that time, Dr. Parwana, no more hectic activities from now on. Your heart is damaged now. And I'm prescribing this medicine. You have to use them all your life. Otherwise, without this, you will not be able to live a normal life. I kept using those medicines. Then in January 2002, a friend of mine introduced me to this natural herb, Ganoderma. Initially, I was quite skeptical. And I used to wonder, how could one product take care of all the problems in the body? But I was suffering from a problem which was incurable. And gradually, I was getting debilitated and I was becoming a cripple. So I decided to at least give it a thought. I started reading about it, and for 8-9 days I read lot. I read lot of literature, a lot of books, lot of websites on Ganoderma. And after reading so much, I couldn't understand how it could help me to get rid of my arthritis. But I satisfied myself only on one count, and I decided to use this product. Now, what that one count was, that it has no side effects and will not harm. Just on this one thing, I satisfied myself, and I decided to use the product. This Ganoderma is available in the form of capsule. Its powder is available in the form of capsule, and some daily use products like tea, coffee, and all these things also. So I started using the capsules of Ganoderma with absolute faith, with absolute positive attitude, and full trust in myself. And after a couple of weeks, my joints started working. Then I decided to talk about this to other patients also, because in my 28 years of allopathic practice, I had never seen any person of diabetes or hypertension or thyroid getting cured of the problems. So I decided to share this knowledge with people, and I started doing that, and everybody made fun of me. Understandable. I never took it to my heart. I never minded it, but I kept on sharing. Gradually, people started coming to me. People started believing in me. They started using this product, And now in 18 years, I have dealt with thousands and thousands of patients, maybe about 60, 70,000 patients, and almost all kinds of health disorders and diseases. And in this 18 years, I've seen tremendous results of almost all disorders, health disorders and diseases, and it has given me a lot of goodwill to my patients. Some of the notable results that I found, I'll share with you. They are arthritis, that is myself, asthma, allergic condition like sneezing, cough and cold. This problem, sneezing and cough and cold, my wife was suffering from this for the last 30 years. She was on anti-allergic tablets. So when my problem became okay, I told my wife, you should also start taking it. And she started using, and it's now 17 years. She doesn't use any anti-allergic, and now there's no sneezing or a cough or any such problem. Skin diseases, blood pressure, high as well as low, kidney failures, digestive system disorders, heart diseases, infertility, cancer, diabetes. I tell all my patients, and I tell you also, whenever you start using this product after getting full knowledge about it, go ahead, get full knowledge. Go to the books, go to websites, read literature. After satisfying yourself, start using the product along with the medicines which you are already using. You don't have to give up those medicines, those modern medicines, allopathic medicines. You don't have to give them up. Along with them, start using it as supplements. Over a period of time, in 1 to 3 years, when the body systems are okay, so scanning and detoxification, and when those 5 processes are okay, then over a period of time, you will be able to give up all your medicines. I've seen many people who were on medicines for the last 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 10 years, they are off medicine. I've seen many people, kidney failure people who are on dialysis, they are off dialysis. I'll share one example of a cancer patient also. I've dealt with thousands of them by now, but I'll share one or two. The first cancer patient of my life came to me in September 2002 when I was about 8 months into this product. He was suffering from cancer of the colon. It's called adenocarcinoma. He was admitted in a big cancer hospital of Punjab. Surgery was done, chemotherapy was done, radiotherapy was done, and when the CT scan was performed in September 2002, after about 2.25 months of treatment, it was found that metastasis or the spread had occurred to the intestine and the liver and the backbone. And he was given 2 to 3 months to live in September 2002. 2 to 3 months to live. Somebody told him about me. He came to me and he said, "Sir, somebody had told me that you have got some treatment for cancer." I told him that somebody has spread a rumor. I have no treatment for, no medicine for cancer. I have this herb of nature. And I told him that I've read in some books, some literature, that it has some effects on cancer, but I don't know whether it has effect or not because I have not given to anybody. This is what I told him, that I have not given to anybody till now. And I told him that he was the first cancer patient of my life. He was a very, very positive man. I told him, you start using it just with this idea that whatever 2-3 months are left for you to live, you live a quality life. Otherwise, the end of cancer patient is very painful. So you use it so that you live a quality life and leave the rest to God. After 4.5 months of using this product, he went back to the same cancer hospital. All his investigations was done, and report given to him was no evidence of cancer. And after that, the patient lived for more than 16 years. He lived a completely healthy life. He was the first cancer patient of my life, and now I don't have the count how many I've done. This is just to tell you the power of this product, not to brag about myself. This is a problem. Diabetic foot or gangrene is a very serious problem. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you a case history and show you some photographs. A diabetic patient keeps on using medicines all his life. In spite of that, some people, they get some wound or ulcer in the foot which doesn't heal. It gradually deteriorates and it develops into gangrene. And ultimately, either the foot or the leg has to be amputated. In every big hospital, there's a special department which is known as a diabetic foot department. The patient I'm going to talk about is a lady. She was suffering from diabetes for the last about 13 years. She was on insulin. In October 2015, she developed a wound in her left ankle. In spite of treatment, that became quite bad. She was admitted in a big hospital in the first week of November 2015. After 2-3 weeks of treatment, it was decided to ampute the leg below knee amputation, and the surgery was scheduled for 28th November 2015 at 10 o'clock in the morning. On 27th evening, somebody gave them my information and they came to me. I told them this was their condition from the inner side and this from the back side. Seeing this, I think you can imagine that this leg cannot be saved. And the same thing I told them, that this leg cannot be saved. But I suggested to them that before amputation, it's my suggestion or my request, give it a try. Give it a try. They decided to use it, and then over a couple of weeks, the new tissue started appearing, and then gradually the new tissue, the skin started appearing, and after about, I've got all the photographs, but I'll show you the last photographs. After 1.5 years, this leg was completely healed. Now the lady walks on 2 legs. She's off insulin. On 28th of November at 10 o'clock, leg was to be amputated, and this treatment was started at 11 o'clock. And today that lady is walking on her 2 legs. So if you share this information with people and a person with such a problem gets cured, don't you think you will earn blessings of people? I'm earning a lot of blessings and I'm very happy with it. Because money is not everything that makes one happy. It's the blessings of people. By using these products, your body becomes a fighter to shield you from all the problems. Ganoderma also has a lot of antiviral properties. And these viral problems are really playing havoc with the world. As I told you before, Ganoderma contains more than 400 active medicinal constituents, and amongst them, these are certain triterpenes and Ganoderma and so many things. They are effective against HIV, which causes AIDS. Then some other compounds from Ganoderma, they have antiviral activity against influenza virus. Because of this COVID-19 or Corona, a lot of news is about the Spanish flu, which occurred in 1918, which had, there were about 4 million casualties. So this Ganoderma has antiviral activities against influenza virus type A. Then because of some more medicinal constituent, it is effective against a virus which is known as herpes simplex. And when these antiviral properties, they make your body fit enough, you can say to the viruses to stay away, remain at a distance, not to come near you. DXN is a company in Malaysia which is serving the mankind since 1993. And who is the person responsible for this service? Datuk Dr. Lim Sojin. He realized the potential of Ganoderma in 1980s and that it could bring about betterment in the lives of people suffering from various health disorders all over the world. He conducted the research for nearly 10 years, which earned him PhD in alternative medicine, and he established the company DXN with dreams of serving the humanity. He procured land in a pollution-free environment and started cultivating Ganoderma. In nature, this Ganoderma is very rare. It is found just in a couple of countries like China, Japan, and Korea. And in those countries also, in the forest, it is very rare. So he thought that by cultivating Ganoderma, he could give it to people so that they could consume it and stay healthy. There are many other companies producing Ganoderma, but the Ganoderma produced by DXN company is unique. Why it is unique? Because of the tissue culture cultivation and processing technique, which is a patented technique of this company found by Dr. Lintrogen. These days, you are all hearing, and in UK, many thousands of deaths have occurred. USA and so many all world over, more than 4 lakh people have died. 400,000 people have died. And all the comments, they are saying only one thing: there is no cure for corona. Only thing is, only way to avoid it or to get rid of it is to boost one's immune system. And that precisely is the functioning of this nature's herb. This product, Ganoderma, it is in the form of capsule and tea, coffee, as I told you before, and almost all daily routine products which we use from morning till night in our household. Since 1993, starting from Malaysia, presently Ganoderma products, DXN products, they are being used in more than 190 countries for the betterment of the people's family's health. As far as I am concerned, our family is concerned, we are a DXN family. We are using DXN products since January 2002. Let me share one thing with you, which I forgot before. As I told you, when I was suffering of rheumatoid arthritis and there was no cure, and I tried everything, homeopathy and Ayurveda, etc., I suffered a heart attack. And my cardiologist, my heart specialist, had said that I will have to use these medicines all my life, and I should not do any active activities. I started using this Ganoderma in January 2002, 14th of January 2002 to be precise, for my rheumatoid arthritis, for the joint pains. But since February 2002, with God's grace, touch wood, I've given up those heart medicines. No medicine for the heart. And I work from morning till evening. I start my work at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and you see at this time it is 12 o'clock. I'm already 18 hours into work, and it's my daily routine. And I travel a lot. I drive myself. That's why I've become such a fan of this product, because I've realized the potential and the benefits of this product on myself and on my family. In my family, I have 2 grandsons. One is nearly 17 years. He'll be 17 years next month on 30th of July. And the second grandson, he was 14 years on 30th of March. The elder one, who's 17 years, he is using this DXN Ganoderma capsule for the last 16 years, since the age of nearly 11 months. And the one who's 14 years, he is using this product for the last 13 years. I'm not giving it to them for any disease. I'm giving it to them as a food supplement so that the immune system remains active enough and they don't get any disease. And touch wood, for 16 years and 13 years, my grandsons, they have never gone to any doctor. Touch wood. God help them. So even we are a DXN family since 2002, and we are consuming all these products of DXN for keeping our immune system fully active to help maintain health and keep disease away. Now, see, these are soap and shampoo and body lotion and face wash and a beverage health drink. This is a coffee. This is a Lingzi coffee. This is also Lingzi white coffee. This is spirulina. different kinds. This is tea, and so many things are there. Almost everything which you use in our routine day-to-day life, and all these are health products. So here comes the best doctor again, and that is me. My advice and my suggestion from my experience of the last 18 years with these products is make the DXN health food supplements a part of the daily dietary consumption for your family. Whatever medicine for any disease, whatever medicine you are taking, keep on taking them. But add these products as food supplements, healthy food, so that you develop a strong and a balanced immune system for prevention of health problems and diseases. See, this is important. Prevention. When one gets a disease, it is very difficult to tackle it. It is very difficult to cure it, and it is very, very expensive. But prevention is very easy. One only has to understand it. There's a saying which have been quotation which have been reading from our early childhood: prevention is better than cure. But do we really practice it? Do we really believe in it? Does anyone ever go to a doctor and say, "Doctor, I have no problem, but check me up if whether I'm healthy or not"? No, one doesn't do that. Prevention is better than cure. Out of my experience of the last 18 years with this product, I've added one thing to it. Prevention is not only better than cure, it is much cheaper. Much cheaper. So friends, my best wishes to you for a good health. Start using this product which I have mentioned to you just now. Live a healthy life. You live a healthy life. Your family lives a healthy life, so that the world, and share this knowledge with other people also, with your friends, your relatives, so that the world becomes healthy. And this viruses like corona and such things, they don't damage the body, and they don't damage the finances of the family. Thank you so much for giving me this time and giving this hearing. It's my pleasure to share my experience with you, in the hope that maybe because of my experience, many of you known one, they will start living healthy lives. They will get rid of their diseases and pray to God so for others good health also. If you need any more information or any more literature, this is my website. You can send me an email for any to know a solution of any health problem, and or you can even call me in this number. If this number is my WhatsApp number also, and call number also. So thank you so much. God be with you and live a healthy life. Thank you so much.
Dr. Parwana, thank you very much for your valuable presentation.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I really liked it, and you know what I liked it most?
Yeah.
I like most that whenever you did a statement, you always gave an example next to it. And this example was understandable even for me without any medical background. And I really appreciate that you did this great presentation, which was clear, I hope, for everyone, because I am the best test for that. So thank you very much. And I really hope that we can meet you here personally, here in Europe. And we can thank you for your service personally with a small hospitality. Thank you very much.
My pleasure to meet all of you.
And sleep well. And
Yeah.
dear
Thank you.
members, if you want to meet Dr. Parwana, you can meet him the day after tomorrow, on Thursday, on the Turkish webinar. Thank you very much, Dr. Parwana. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye. And now, dear members in the UK and Sweden, it is the time for the quiz. I try to make myself a presenter. I hope I can somehow. Let's no. Why I can't? So the question is to you. You might remember that I will have two questions, and the fastest reply will be rewarded with a nice DXN product to present. Note that only members from UK and Sweden can participate on this quiz. So the first, it is not the English one. Yes. I don't understand why it is not working now. So the first question is, what is the world's best doctor? So what is the world's best doctor according to Dr. Parwana? Please write your answer here on this questions side on the right hand side. So what is the world's best doctor? Yes, I can see already the answers coming. Okay, thank you very much. We already have the first answers. I will let you know after the second presenter's presentation the result. Thank you very much. Yes, the right answer was either the immune system or the human body. And now the second question. The second question is, what recognizes the friendly and the enemy microbes? So what recognizes the friendly and the enemy microbes? It must be known from Dr. Parwana's presentation. It is very interesting. Somehow my tool has blocked here. Oh, hopefully we had the right answers. And now I would like to introduce our second speaker. But somehow my system doesn't Allow me. Ignore. Okay. Now, I would like to, sorry for these technical issues, I would like to introduce our second presenter. He's from Sweden. He's an executive star diamond, and I was really impressed about his professionalism. He showed not only live in Gislaved when we visited Sweden with Miss Daisy last year, but also about his YouTube videos. So I'm really proud and I am really excited. And thank you very much, Mr. Ashar Mohammed, for your time. And we are really waiting for your presentation. I can tell you that Ashar told me that he will not have PPT slides, but instead of it, he will have a very, very exciting story. Mr. Ashar Mohammed, it is your turn. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph, for organizing this webinar. And first of all, I'm so much amazed and happy to listen to Mr. Dr. Parwana. It was so much to learn from him. And there was one thing which Mr. Joseph said, that all the statements which Dr. Parwana gave was backed by examples so that people could understand and they could relate to the story and to the health and to the lifestyle which DXN has to offer. And today my talk is all about example. I will be sharing my example on how I got related to DXN. And it all started many years ago, well, not so many, like 4 years ago. And I was following my, traditional trends as most of us do. I went to school, college, university, making sure economical and financial stable future. But I was not aware that it will be useless in front of employment's financial crisis. So I have lost my jobs many times, almost like 3, 4 times. Once as a manager, second time the company got moved to another country. The third time I lost my job due to organizational change, and it was very tiring. I used to work all the way up. I have worked as a managers, as regional manager, as drift manager, all the way up to get financial freedom. And when the time comes and you start thinking about future and getting house loan and all that. But when the third time I lost my job, I was very much insecure. I was 32 and I was in big stress from the thought that what if it happens again and I lose my job? So I was looking for something stable, something I can rely on even when I was on vacation or busy with kids or traveling. So that was the time I got introduced to network marketing, a business that was introduced to me as a work from home to a global business opportunity. So the more I studied about it, the more promising it looked to me. I saw the opportunity it could offer me, like health, travel, social life, charity, financial stability, and even leverage income. So I had that dedication, I had that focus and mindset, as well as discipline and consistency. So I quickly learned this business and started practicing it and implementing it. And I have been using these skills to this day to make my future stable with all the opportunities this business has to offer. And now, after 4 years since I last lost my job, it happened again due to the COVID-19 pandemics. It affected all the employment in Sweden as well as all over the world. And the airport was temporarily closed where I was working. and we were forced to sit home. Maybe we can lose our job, but only this time I'm not afraid. I'm not depressed like last times, because thankfully and luckily, the opportunity I took 4 years ago became my lean back station. It became my savior, and I am earning enough from this opportunity to not work or to not rely on work so much. I can pay my bills, buy grocery, and you know take care of my family. And especially at the moment of lockdown, that is more than enough for me. I'm so thankful to myself that I took this decision 4 years ago and worked really hard to make it work and income generating. So, like any other work, it takes consistency, discipline, dedication, and positivity. But 4 years ago, when I was introduced to the opportunity, I was very keen. I was very keen to choose the right company for me. And after intensive research, I chose DXN because I was always insecure of losing the jobs. So I did a very intensive research that why should I choose DXN? And I found it very much, unique and highly competitive network marketing company in the world. I will go through some points which attracted to me. And now after 4 years, I have really experienced the features of DXN in my life, and it has benefited uh, my success. Number one was joining option was free, plus the range of products which was mentioned in the starter kit was very usable. I could just change the brands of products that I have been already using, which means no extra investment. Number two, it was very low cost as compared, like Dr. Parwana said, prevention is not just the is better, is even cheaper. So I found it very cheaper to take care of my own health. Number three, DXN was available all around the world. So I could make made members because I was from Dubai. So I knew a lot of people all around the world. So it was very easy for me to talk to people all around the world, and the products was there for them to achieve. Number four, the low monthly maintenance. You need just low 100 points to qualify to get your bonus. Number five, products have been benefited thousands of people worldwide. Like Dr. Parwana said, he has experienced the testimonials 18 years. So my testimonials are almost nothing as compared to them. I have experienced testimonials 4 years, and my first testimonials was my father and my mother. My father was experiencing cancer, and he was taking Ganoderma as long as with his medicine, and he recovered so quickly that even doctors were amazed, and even we were amazed as a family, and we were uh, so much glad and happy to have this blessing in our life. And that's how we started using these products. My mother had arthritis problem, and typically our ladies in our country, in especially in Pakistan or Asian countries, people over 50 years old, they experience the joint pains. So my mother came out of her knee problem completely after 8 months of consuming these herbal products. So that's how our belief got much more higher. Number six, DXN had and have their offices in more than 50 countries, and the products are going almost all over the world. And in every country, there are more service centers, not just one. Like for example, in Pakistan, there is one service center in almost every city, even in India. So that was the most, it makes sense to me that it is a global business. It made sense for me that it is possible in just being in Stockholm, I could expand my business globally. And more than that, when I was looking at dsa.com, I found that DXN was established in 1993, and how gradually it has expanded over the years, and now it is number 15. on the top 100 companies in the world. So I could really see how the company was growing in the history. So I was very much secure, and I was very much I had the trust that it will grow in future. And now after 4 years, I've really experienced that within my journey of DXN, I have seen DXN grow so much. Recently, DXN is open in Nigeria. We opened a service center in Sweden last year. So it has been growing with too much stability. Number 10, which was very much important for me, was demotion, because I have experienced demotion in my employment journey. So there is no demotion in DXN. You can only go up, and there's no politics. You help your members, and then you grow together. Number 11, products. Products had international verification, and in Europe, it is very much important that when you talk about these products, you should have all the credibility, all the certifications. So we had all that, which really attracted me. Number 13, products can be purchased by all categories of people because it has so many ranges from food and beverage to supplements to for personal hygienes to cosmetics. So that was so much amazing for me that attracted me to start with the XM. And with the above strengths, with the strengths that I've mentioned, I was sure the XN is big and has made its mark in the world. And that is why it has become 15th direct selling company in the world. So now is the time you get the health and financial freedom from it. And how can you become successful? Well, this is what I'm doing for 4 years. And I will give you 4 successful tips which I got from my mentor and teachers. Number 1 is use and share all the products. Learn about the products and make sure you you share with the people, you share all the knowledge, the literature with your members and team and your loved ones. Number 2, become a professional networker by learning how to do the business. Learning to prospect is the most important part of your growth, followed by, of course, duplication. Number 3, invest time in your personal growth. And number 4, become a leader and develop leaders in your team. So those were the 4 tips which I got from my mentor, Sir Fatmi Ghani. And this is what I have been practicing from 4 years. And I really recommend from the testimonial of my journey to everyone who is waiting to take the decision, whose employment is maybe affected by this pandemic or lockdown, but it's still not late. It's never late, because you never know if we might face the same situation again in future. God forbid, but the reality is that due to the global warming, ice is melting and old age bacteria and viruses are coming back to life, and our science is still not ready for it. And different virologists says they do confirm it. At even my wife, she's a doctor, is a virologist, and they have been researching on new viruses and bacteria that keeps on coming. And for example, now coronavirus is still, the vaccine is not ready, and we never know how long time does it take. So please use the organotherapy to make sure the immune system is strong, make it ready to fight, work on a home-based business global opportunity so that you can survive in your future. Already start today and make sure that when unemployment hits you or the diseases hit you, you are ready to face it. Good luck and become your greatest version, because being healthy is your birthright.
Dear Ashar, thank you very much for this powerful message and good tips. Dear members, audience, what I can tell you that Ashar is not only a talker, but he is really a hard worker, and that's why he's so successful in the XM business. And I am absolutely confident that he will be even more successful in the future. Dear Ashar, please give my best regards to all of your online and members in Sweden, to Murmurs and Murfars and Farfars and Farmurs, and the nice team in Gislaved. And we are looking for meeting you on the webinars in July as well, because as you might know, in July we have 3 webinars also in UK, Sweden. One of these make Food Your Medicine Series 3 with a new presenter, a doctor. Then One Word, One Beauty with a Crown Diamond with Tilda Cerna, and also with a Hungarian doctor, health and product, and the product is in focus is the cordyceps with Dr. Chinega. We will share with you the details soon. So thank you very much, Ashar, for your precious time, and have a great evening. And once again, give my best regards to your Swedish team. I love you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And finally, I found the button I was looking for. I would like to share with you this. Yes. So back to the quiz. So we had 2 questions, and we have 2 products to give you as a prizes: a Ganoderma mushroom and Zimoca. And the 2 questions once again: what is the world's best doctor? And the right answer was the immune system or the human body. Both answers are accepted. And the second question was what recognizes the friendly and the enemy microbes, and the right answer was biointelligence. And I can share, hopefully, with you the winners or the winner. As you see, the first answer was the body. We can accept it. Body was given at 8:43. Gabriel Nikolov. Gabriel, like Peter Gabriel. Gabriel is from the UK, originally from the Bulgaria. But as far as I know, Gabriel also speaks Hungarian. Congratulations, Gabriel. Very good answer and very fast. And the second right answer was also from him, as you see, 8:44, which is the immune system recognizes the bad and good guys. So our task is easy, because both prizes should be sent to Gabriel. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Gabriel. I really appreciate for your time with us. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned a lot. I wish you a nice evening. Stay safe, and don't forget the Excel Europe #1. Take care. All the best.